All right, so before we get into the material itself, Alan, Alan, and otherwise, we want to do a couple of warm-up questions with you. What's the most beautiful place you've ever been?
That's a good question. Probably it's, I should probably say something firefly related, so I will.
Yeah, your backyard's fine too.
No, there's this place I used to study and research in Taiwan, and I did my first field season. I went all over the island looking at different places and trying out different things, and I stayed at this resort in central Taiwan for just a weekend, and it was like a really big and really nice resort, but it was also very empty. It was maybe, I don't know, early season or whatever, and it was like full of fireflies, but also you could go for a hike in the morning and do a whole loop in like this incredible natural area, and there was like nobody there. Stunning.
Awesome. Here's another one we like to ask, and if you had to bring back a deceased scientist and somebody to have a beer with and talk science with, who would you bring back, and what would you talk about?
Well, actually, one of the big firefly legends, Jim Lloyd, he recently passed. It wasn't that long ago, maybe half a year, and he was an absolute legend. I mean, he is like one of the firefly researchers. There's like this thing where a lot of us are recluses and maybe a little eccentric because you get to wander around at night. It's like, not something that everybody does.
Self-selecting for a certain type.
Yeah, and he was like the pinnacle of that. He was so incredible. He knew everything. He went all over the U.S. and studied all these different fireflies. He was the only one who knew how to tell Photurus fireflies apart, because he invented this insane method where you have to actually have a conversation with them and see what they say, and then you'll know what species they are.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. Hold on. You gotta explain that.
You flash them and they flash back. Is that it?
Yeah. So, I mean, most fireflies, if you know what species it is in the flash pattern, if a male is out flashing and you flash back, he will think that you're a female. He'll come over. He'll keep doing his thing. But the Photurus group, it's a little bit different. We can talk about that. It's like they're predatory and they eat other fireflies, and it's this whole thing. And so they actually mimic a lot of different species. And so because we normally tell firefly species apart by flash pattern, you can't do that if they're just changing flash pattern willy-nilly. So you have to talk to them, and then they'll revert to their species-specific flash pattern to try to like court you or whatever.
You kind of suss out their lies.
Yeah, basically. Oh. And so he's the only one. He invented this method. He's the only one I know that's like been able to do it.
And is he like doing it with his thumb, or does he have like a computer that's making
a pen light? Yeah. Well, he actually. So when I go out and do it, I have like a little. I just like with my. It's like a green LED. He was working a bit earlier before LEDs. He would use like a Christmas light, basically a single Christmas light with the green. And then he put it on a fishing pole so that he could do the species-specific flight path, like the little J.
Oh, wow. That's super cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, he was just incredible. And I really wanted to meet him, but I didn't have the opportunity. So I just feel like it's been...
When did he die?
I think it was last year.
Oh, wow.
But right before he passed, he published his like opus magnum, this 300-page book all about it's called A Walk in the Shadows, I think, or A Naturalist's Walk in the Shadows, about basically everything, how you identify fireflies, what kind of fireflies there are, and a whole bunch of random just like lore from his heyday.
That sounds super cool. I'm going to get a copy.
That's very cool.
It's available for free online.
Oh, okay.
So
well, then I'm definitely going to get a copy.
Yeah.